Eighth Grace, Verdana Blue, also mares here. And the last mare to win the race was in 2003, Jessica Harrington's Spirit Leader, and prior to that you have to go all the way back to 1995 and the Great My Sill. Flaky Dove famously was beaten in this race before going on to win the Champion Hurdle.
Yeah, it's the strength of the mares is as you say, it's a factor. I'm not sure there's anything in, like Spirit Leader's won it, not sure how many mares have run in it, but mares have won it. And Irish Row, she's a well handicapped mare. She's 11 pounds well in if you take her run the last day behind Mariah Storm and Mariah's Benefit, and she races off her old mark today.
There is Irish Row. It's just a question of whether you think Maria's Benefit ran to her former Doncaster last time. Irish Row leads the parade out of order. There's High Bridge, top weight here. Alex Ferguson takes the 7 off. Good record at Newbury. Jenkins, 1 of 5 in the race for Nicky Henderson, the race's most successful winning trainer. Took it with My Tentor Yours most recently in 2013. And in those colours, Bleu et Rouge, the choice of Barry Geraghty. Mare Verdana Blue, very smooth traveller. Would she want the ground a bit better? Davy Russell for Nicky Henderson. 5 is Charlie Parks. Is he the forgotten horse of the Henderson battalion? Always been very, very highly thought of. 6 is Divan Bear, now with Paul Nicholls. Fred Winter runner-up when trained by Nicky Henderson. 7 is Remilak, good winner at Cheltenham on Trials Day last time. 8 is Moon Racer, another of the forgotten horses. Very smart novice, thought good enough to take his chance in the Champion Hurdle last year. 9 is Misterton for Harry Fry and Nick Schofield. Number 10 is Kalashnikov for Amy Murphy and Jack Quinlan, the novice, second in the Tolworth Hurdle. 11 Project Blue Book, 4th in last year's Fred Winter, Grade 2 winner at Fairyhouse. Trainer John Quinn won it with Recession Proof. Caith Grace for Nicky Henderson and Nico de Boinville. 13 is Spirit of the Games for Dan Skelton. Bridget Andrews takes the ride, a good second in the Lanzarote Hurdle. 14 is Lockderg Spirit, a notable market drifter today. Be cantering down in company with Poppy Kay, another one of the mares. 16 is Lawler for Daryl Jacob and Kaylee Woolacott, more of whom in a moment. Knocknanoose has been well back for Gary Moore, who's won this 4 times. Waterloo, Donald McCain and Will Kennedy going down to post there. William H. Bonney, Irish Rose, Silver Streak, Nietzsche Kerr, Blimey and Zalvados complete the field for the Betfair Hurdle. Jenkins is the 7-1 market leader here as they assemble down at the start.
Donald McCain joins me, saddles Waterlord ahead of our next, and he's handled cut before, Donald, but it's worsening here. Did that just find him out last time, the heavy ground, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we'd had 3 meetings on really heavy ground at Haydock, and the last day was very deep, and we probably rode him a bit too positively, and yeah, it did. You know, we know that he wants better ground, but we've kept him sound all season on this ground and stuff. I'm still hoping, Tom, that this isn't as deep as Haydock, and I'm pretty sure it isn't, but maybe to be seen to best effect, we could do it a bit better again, you know.
What part of the season did this become a realistic target for you?
As soon as Matt told me it was a sensible option, and if Matt says it's a sensible option, it's a sensible option. So yeah, listen, we started off with a horse we didn't know much about. He started winning races, and we looked at the handicap mark and stuff like that, and I say, when you train for someone like Matt Taylor, if he says he's up to running in a race like this, then he is.
That said, you ran in graded company last time with the expectation of winning that and perhaps stepping up on that. So you clearly think he's a very good horse.
Oh yeah, he's shown us plenty now, and he's done his job very well. Like I say, the last day it was probably a little bit more me. I've won that race with a couple of very good horses, and I thought I was sort of hoping we'd get away with it, and we obviously haven't. You know, I still think he was definitely the second best horse in that race, maybe on better ground the best, but we'll see.
Does he like to be handy?
It's straightforward, really. I mean, it was only we started popping him out because they weren't quick enough to lead him in his early races and things. But he's a very straightforward horse. Obviously, slightly lacking their experience, but you've got to weigh that up against handicap marks and stuff like that, haven't you?
Very best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Cheers. Thanks, Tom.
Donald McCain, the trainer of Waterlord. And Waterlord, a little easy to back in the moments leading up to post. Jenkins, Kalashnikov, Caith Grace, 8-1. Each of 3 of you changed your mind at all since the beginning of the programme, Don?
No, I'm still a Verdana Blue fan. Look, she's all her forms on good ground. Her progressive form this season, it's all on good ground. Well, not good ground, good to soft ground, better ground than this. So that's a little bit of a worry. But it's interesting the money for Bleu et Rouge as well. He'll like the ground.
Quick blast from Dave Nevison.
Yeah, the 3 that are being backed now in this race: Caith Grace, Kalashnikov, I'm slightly surprised, and as predicted by Barry Orr, Bleu et Rouge for Willie Mullins. That one's been backed in. I would say the drifters are Lalor and Verdana Blue. Must be the ground on that one.
And let's hope Lawler can run a fine race for Darrell Jacob in memory of his great friend, Richard Woolacott. Lining up then for the 2018 running of one of the most important handicap hurdles in the calendar, the Betfair Handicap Hurdle. A full field and a cracker this time. Let's enjoy it now with Ian Bartlett.
Thanks, Nick. I think we might anticipate a fairly strong pace, as they had 3 goes coming out onto the course. The riders were so keen to do so. Knocknanoose is a little way from the others ahead of them at the moment. Tape is up. Starter is ready for them. They're pretty keen to get out on the track to line up. Knocknanoose is very keen. Blue jacket, orange sleeves at the head of the group. They're out on the chase course at the moment, about to make their way onto the hurdles track. 8 flights they'll jump. Coming forward to the tape now. They're off. They race away then for the Betfair hurdle. Knocknanoose towards the right, one of the first to show. Mr. Turner, Remeluk, and Jenkins up with them as well. Blimey, Lockder, Spirit and Lawler in the prominent rank as well. Nietzsche is towards the back of the field with Project Blue Book as they all clear the first safely. Also Zalvados and Bleu Rouge and Spirit of the Games, Poppy K, Moon Racer and Irish Row are towards the back, as Misterton, one of the greys, is the leader. To Jenkins, pale jacket, yellow cap, the yellow jacket of Blimey behind those. Lawler in light blue against the running rail. Charlie Parks, a red cap, Remeluk just preceding that red and white jacket, and then Silver Streak and Cave Grace and Lockderg Spirit from Knocknanoose in blue and orange against the running rail. Kalashnikov in purple and yellow is next. These then are followed through by Waterlord as they level up into the back straight on towards number 2. Kalashnikov being followed by Poppy K and Waterlord, and then Devine Bear and Highbridge and Irish Row. Verdana Blue behind those as they jump over the second, and then Moon Racer. We lost one at the second there, which is Silver Streak. Silver Streak has gone. Flight number 2. They're already coming to the third. Jenkins and Misterton together to Remeluk, a length behind them in third place. And then comes the red cap of Charlie Parks with Blimey, and behind those KF Grace, and they're followed by Lawler. Then comes Lockderg Spirit, Knocknanoose, Kalashnikov and Poppy K behind those from Waterlord and Verdana Blue. Devine Bear is next as Jenkins jumped through to be the leader at the next one over the far side. They're already heading down towards the halfway stage. Project Blue Book's at the back of the field. Bleu Rouge is way back also, and they run then down towards the end of the back straight. Jenkins it is, now on by 3 to 4 lengths. Got over that okay. Misterton took it in second position. They run then down towards the end of the back straight. Remeluk is up there in third place from Charlie Parks and Lawler, and then Blimey and Lockderg Spirit and Knocknanoose. Just in behind those is Cave Grace and Poppy K and Kalashnikov and Devine Bear and Spirit of the Games. Irish Row against the inside running rail as they move down the side of the course now, and with only 3 more flights of hurdles to jump. Highbridge, William H. Bonney at the back from Nietzsche. Also Bleu Rouge right at the rear of the field, as also is Project Blue Book. Running then on towards the home turn. A reduced lead now for Jenkins. He still looks to travel okay in front though. Remeluk in red and white stripes, nose-banded, has come to take him on. Misterton is a length off those in third. Charlie Parks, green jacket and red cap, is next from Lawler, followed by Lockderg Spirit, Kalashnikov and Blimey and Poppy K. Bleu Rouge is closing, going right through on the inside. Spirit of the Games is next. Verdana Blue, she's off to the left, making headway as Remeluk led at the third last. By a neck to Jenkins in second place, and then Charlie Parks, Misterton and Kalashnikov and Spirit of the Games. Verdana Blue behind those, Lockderg Spirit, and then comes Waterlord, and also Bleu Rouge, who continues to run on the right with a white cap. Heading down now to the second last, it's Remeluk with the noseband out in front, slightly hampered by the loose horse there. Misterton in second place, Kalashnikov with those, and also Charlie Parks, but Bleu Rouge on the run from the right now, the white cap Cab in touch with the leaders on the left. Verdana Blue, pale jacket and red cap is coming into its. Spirit of the Games is behind those, but as they run down towards the last now, it's Kalashnikov to Bleu Rouge, and they are clear from Remiluk as the loose horse continues to lead them, but Kalashnikov at the last by 2 lengths. Bleu Rouge in second position. Spirit of the Games is in third place now. It is Kalashnikov and Jack Quinlan. They are safely clear by 4 or 5 lengths now in the Betfair hurdle, and it's Kalashnikov who's gone on to win in good style. Bleu Rouge in second place. Spirit of the Games is in third. Kerblimey just gets 4th place, laid on from a very tired Remiluk. Lockdown Spirit behind those, and then came Waterlord.
An exuberant celebration from Jack Quinlan, his finest hour aboard this talented novice Kalashnikov. A finest hour also for young trainer Amy Murphy, one of the youngest with a licence, and what an impression she's made. She trains this horse for her father Paul, who also bred Kalashnikov. Second in the Tolworth hurdle, ground considered too soft, just as soft today, but he had the class to cope with it, and he was well enough handicapped as well. Kalashnikov, well backed, wins the Betfair, and what a triumph that is for a small but upwardly mobile stable. It was a race run at an electric gallop. The loose horse set Jenkins alight down the far side, and there were some jockeys riding a finish almost the moment the tapes went up. Bleu Rouge in the first silks of JP McManus has run a fine race in second place, and the pair are clear of Spirit of the Games, who's run a terrific race for Bridget Andrews, and Dan Skelton in third. But that celebration tells it all. Kalashnikov it is that has won the Betfair hurdle.
Super performance, Nick, and what a race. I mean, as you said, they went pell-mell from the start. There was no let up at all, and I suppose the loose horse then taking on Jenkins in front didn't help him, but added to the pace. The horses that were up in the front rank, they faded out of it in the main, but Kalashnikov, he was never far off it. He was always close enough up there. The ground, which was his undoing in the Tolworth hurdle, it can't have been any quicker today, and he's handled it really well, and he was backed as well before the off as if the ground wasn't that much of a concern, but he's seen it out really well. Bleu Rouge travelled really well into the race for Barry Geraghty, and he put it up to him. He looked like he might go on and do him, but Kalashnikov, in fairness to him, he's inexperienced, he's coped with the big field, and he's found plenty on the run-in.
This horse now has to be a leading fancy for the Supreme Novices hurdle. Who knows? The mighty beast that is Sam Crow might be in his way, but he's fully entitled to go there and take his chance. But never mind that for the moment. Mind this. He's just won the most competitive handicap hurdle run in Europe, and he's done so with style in conditions that might not have been ideally to his liking.
Yeah, exactly. He's moved well through the race there. He's just kind of in mid-division behind the front runners in behind Jack Quinlan, just kind of squeezing them along there going around the home turn. He's got plenty of horses in front of him, but look, there's every chance that he knows, I'm sure, that they've gone fast and they've come back to him. But he sat pretty around the home turn. He sat up on him, allowed the gaps open, and just asked him for his effort. But the manner in which he found, and what the amount that he found as well on the run in to go on and beat Bleu Rouge, he's a Grade 1 winner as a novice hurdler, and he's seen him off well, and the two of them have finished well clear.
I've got quotes coming in for the Supreme Novices hurdle for Kalashnikov. He also has the entry in the Ballymore, but you'd have thought the Supreme's the more obvious target. And he's as big as 12-1 with Betway. Sam Kerr or no Sam Kerr, I think that's a massive price.
Yeah, it's a big enough price, all right. We had the novices fought out the finish last year, Ballyandy and Move with the Times. So no the novice winning. We know the novices have a good record in it. Winning a Betfair hurdle off a mark of 141 absolutely puts them in Supreme Novices hurdle territory.
Jumped beautifully as well, this horse, off a really, really strong gallop. He's a classy horse with that perfect blend of speed and stamina, and once he really gets rolling, there's a certain relentlessness about him. He's a powerful horse.
Yeah, he is. He hasn't done everything easily. He's had to find, and he's had to dig deep, and he's come under pressure. He didn't jump. He was a little bit novice at some of his flights, but even there, Bleu Rouge is travelling way better than Bleu Rouge on the far side, and he's gone on, and Bleu Rouge has come to him, but he's found loads and loads in front.
Far left, red cap, Verdana Blue. She cantered into contention under Russell, but she just doesn't get home in these conditions. I think on good ground she is going to be a mare that's going to be winning a very big race.
Yeah, that was, I suppose, the fear with her beforehand. All her good form at Ascot this season has been on better ground, and the rain it started too early for her. But as you say, she travelled into the race really well for Davy and just couldn't find in the end.
Bleu Rouge super run in second. Spirit of the Games likewise in third. Running through for fourth place in the end was Kerr Blimey. He's just deprived Remiluk of that spot. Remiluk has run an absolute screamer for Chris Gordon. He was on the sharp end or near it virtually throughout.
He was. Of all the horses who were up there, and this is the way he likes to race, he's the one who kept on best. And like he had a £5 penalty for his win at Cheltenham last time, where he probably got a really easy lead. The front two were allowed a fair lead that day, but he stuck to his task really, really well.
But look at the power and stride and scope of the winner. He's a horse with a glorious future in front of him.
Yeah, look, he's a young horse. This was a massive ask for him, taking on a field of hardened, experienced handicappers, high-class handicappers, everything primed for the richest handicap hurdle run in Britain, and he's found loads.
A wonderful result for Jack Quinlan, and repaying the absolute unstinting loyalty of Amy and Paul Murphy. Amy have spoken very highly of him in recent weeks. He won a good race for her at Wetherby last week with Mercy and Prince, and he's won an even bigger one today. And Amy Murphy becomes the first female trainer to take this race since Jessica Harrington in 2003, and indeed only the second woman to train the winner of this race in the illustrious history of it. And she is going places, so is her stable star.
Yeah, look, fantastic for Amy Murphy. Fledgling trainer. Obviously, she can train horses. She can get them ready for big races. She's got a really talented horse on her hands here, and she's managing him really, really well.
The excellent Kalashnikov has won a terrific running of the Betfair Hurdle, and he has done so in style.
Fantastic performance from Kalashnikov, one of the 8-1 co-favourites at the off. Jack Quinlan riding for Amy Murphy, who will be on Luck on Sunday tomorrow morning from 8 a.m. Bleu Rouge for Ireland for Willie Mullins, second 10-1. Spirit of the Games 20-1 in third, and Kerr Blimey came through for fourth.